Welcome back for another video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. In this video, we're just going to go through these 8 generic steps I have to prepare for the trading week. These are the steps that I use just to go and get mentally prepared for it and just understand where I can improve at and what I could have done differently over the previous week. So just to get right into step 1, which is I always say reflect and review on the last week, just so you can see how your trading week went, what you could have done differently, whether it's good or bad, and how you want to improve the current or the upcoming week. So with me personally, I'm starting to switch over to the options market, and I just didn't actually trade the SPX 500 this week just because I was just studying and trying to learn about options. But I did actively mark it up, and it looks like it would have been an actually pretty good trading week. I was thinking it was 5 of 6 or 5 of 7 on the trades that I was actually marking up in live time. So it would have been a little slower, but it still would have been profitable because it's a pretty good win percentage. And that takes me to step 2. So step 2 would be to always backtest and fine tune the previous week just so you can understand what you could have done differently with a fresh pair of eyes and just compare it to what you did live versus what you did in the actual backtest session. So once you do that, I always recommend looking ahead, checking the news and economic calendar for the upcoming week because you just want to understand what could happen and what could drive the markets this week. So looking at it, this week we have no high impact news on Monday, so it should be a pretty straightforward day there. Tuesday we have pre-New York session market news. Wednesday should be, there's FOMC minutes, so by PM session you probably should be out of the markets because it's going to be pretty volatile here, especially with both of these news events. Thursday, also pre-market session or pre-market news as well. And then there is some in New York session news as well, so that could be a tricky day on Thursday. Just watch your risk there and how what trying to trade you're taking, be a little more patient there. There's also post-market news as well there. So yeah, Thursday could be tricky, so could Wednesday. And then Friday we do have the Fed speaking, so yeah, the later half of the week will be a little more tricky, but Monday and Tuesday should be pretty straightforward. So just be able to just know that these could drive the market at those times. Just want to be cautious of that and just make sure you're exercising your risk and your trades correctly. So that would complete step 3 for us. Moving on to step 4, I always recommend analyzing a higher time frame than what you normally do. So for me personally, I trade on the 15-minute when I do the SPX. I trade on the 15-minute on the daily or as my bigger time frame, and then 1 minute for my entry time frame. So I always recommend jumping up at least 1 to 2, maybe 3 time frames higher than what you do in the beginning of the week, just so you can understand what might happen and where price might go overall. So looking at the SPX, we see that it's pushed up and it made a all-time high again this previous week. We just see it swept this liquidity here, and then it had a bearish day. So it's easy to say during this week that we could easily push down and have an easy bearish day for some sells and some sell continuations to sweep this swing low here and then potentially go back to the upside to continue making some more all-time highs. Kind of depends on how the news events drive the market this week. But you could also say it's easy for us to start to go back bearish here and then push down and then try to sweep this swing low here, because we have a lot of news events that could easily drive it to push down and sweep these lows. Potentially, this is a swing low as well, so potentially to this area here, so we'll see. It looks like it could be easily bearish this week, at least at the start of the week. We'll see how it finishes out. The news events will really dictate the direction of this. So yeah, that's just a way to get us a sense of a feeling for it in the higher time frames. That's why I recommend just understanding where the price would go for the week and how you want to react when this actually happening in live time. So then step 5 will be to write your weekly goals out so you can understand where you want to improve at and what you want to try to change every week and work on. So for me, I'm still just transitioning over to the options market, so just want to continue for me personally just to learn a little more and place a few more trades and learn a few more strategies there in the options market and just get my feet wet there. I don't have any personal goals for SPX. I'm just going to keep marking up and back testing it and just seeing how my strategy plays out. So step 6, I would say always write affirmations to get your head in the right mindset and mind space to trade, because you don't want to take any doubt or any negative beliefs into trading and into a trading week. So I would say you can write any affirmation you want, but I always I am a consistent and profitable trader, or I have faith and desire in my trading ability, and I am a disciplined trader who follows my system fully. So those are 3 quick ones that I always do. You can make up your own, you can Google them, you can put it on your sticky note. These same 3 or any one you want to do, put it in your trading chart, but just kind of just keep looking at it and getting yourself in the right headset to trade. And that'll take us to step 7. So I would say build your weekly watch list. So this is probably going to start applying to me a little more now with the options, because I'm just going to start trading options. So it'll be picking out what stocks out and options I want to look at over the week. So probably like 3 to 5 over the week, and just want to monitor those. But when I was trading SPX, I would really just look at what price level I think price would go to, and easily like sweep liquidity wise. So I would probably set like an alert here at this swing low, and really get notified, okay, once price goes here, it's either going to sweep here and go to the upside, or it's going to sweep here but then give us a lower high to take sell continuations. So like that would have been something on my weekly watch, watching this key level here. So just on your chart, set alerts at those key levels and points you're expecting for the week. And then step 8 would be just review your pre-trade checklist. So just go through your whole strategy and system, make sure everything is aligned and you understand what you're going to try to do this week. Make sure all your brokers are logged into, make sure your risk is calculated and set. Check your news, make sure your journals are set and ready and cleared for the week. And just make sure you're prepared and mentally have a plan to go into the week and make sure everything's okay. And that pretty much wraps it up here. Make sure to like and subscribe, check out some more videos, and I'll see you guys next video.